2002. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their man under center. That's going to be the young quarterback from Southern Miss, Nick Mullins.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Here's Frank Gore, the veteran who sits 3rd all-time in rush yards. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. And this offense sometimes is predicated on the ageless wonder, Frank Gore.
And he wants to be a guy with limitless carries. Frank Gore gets better and better with each carry, really batters defenses with his inside running.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This is the tight end, Njoku. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Let's go, G. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll drop the throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Kevin Pierre-Louis coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. Oh, fighting off the defender. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But, boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game. And you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. On play action, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. And now a look at the offense for Chicago.
The play and production of tight end Travis Kelce demands that we talk about him even more. Not only is he now a perennial All-Pro and Pro Bowl type player, he's one of those guys that makes defenses adjust each and every time he's on the field. And while they do that, he still finds ways to beat them downfield.
Now Mahomes' throw complete to his tight end Kelce. The numbers for Travis Kelce last week. He took out some anger, some apparent anger against that defense. The yards just kept going up and up and up.
Yeah, he was just running up and down the field doing whatever he wanted. By the end of the game, he was seeing 2, sometimes 3 defenders on every snap, yet he was still making play after play. It's like he was running routes versus air in practice.
Mahomes firing complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch that end. Tight end right. Tight end's right. We got 4. We got 4.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. A 15-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one good for 26 and a first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Reuben Foster in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can grab it.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And some strong running. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
I'm going to come back to you.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes buying time to his left. And his throw here is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down, sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's
Just
go.
a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Mahomes now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Patrick Mahomes with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Bears push further out in front. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. David Njoku and the rest of the offense heading back out onto the field. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken around the 12. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. They go play fake. Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
15 line. 15 line. You got nothing.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Looking to throw. and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanking the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes being chased out left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Mahomes now to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. To throw, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Flush to his right, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
If you kill it, motion me out. No, Mike, 52.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that's going to be intercepted. The All-Pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And fights through one man.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He's going to find Gallup here complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Go now. 18 Gator.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That backs him up. Yard and brings up 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some Mr.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reuben Foster, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Tight end right. You got three down. 52's the mic.
On 1st down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the pass, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark. It's caught inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
52, Mike, 52. Bound to lose one. 52's the mic, boys. 52.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Patrick Mahomes on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Bears push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Lions on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll get nothing out of the completion there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Right there. All day, baby.
Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And taken right on the 30.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So we reach halftime, and what's been a fair... We now proceed to the start of the second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way, work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Now Mahomes' throw complete to his tight end, Kelsey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. On play action, it's Mahomes. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now the ball comes loose, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
After review of the play,
they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Rolling to his left. He may try diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Gore. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Defense.
Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
It's caught. Smith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Reuben Foster in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Here's Gore now running out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Reuben Foster in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because...
And now look at him go. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Christian McCaffrey, an 80-yard touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know they're
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down again. Reuben Foster in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons. Yes, indeed, that play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes looking middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
You can't block me. You smoke me. You can't block me. 90 is a mic. Hey, defense, let's go.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards. So tough to cover a big tight end like that.
It changes the chalk, as one of my coaches like to say, meaning the normal things don't apply. All right, you used to say, okay, there's a tight end going out. We're either going to put a big linebacker on him or maybe a safety and call it a day. Now, because of the strength of that position and the sheer number of catches that they make as well as their dexterity, sometimes you have to put a cornerback on him because he might be the primary guy going out for a pass. It changes what they do defensively, and it's usually not good for the defense.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Mahomes now on first down, escaping the pressure right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
A gain of 6 there on first.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Sit up.
2nd and 4. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Reuben Foster, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. He'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Reuben Foster in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Yellow.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes, buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Wahoo! Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Yellow. Hey, let's go.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Yellow.
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 Coming. 90 is a Mike. Let's go, D.
Nice hit.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. But it'll be second and goal. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Tight end's right. Everyone's got pull up. Go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
This is taken at about the 14. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. No gain at all. On the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry is a defense that they can hit you with a big play. In that situation, instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Yellow.
90 is a Mike. Watch the pass. 90 is a Mike. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Mahomes throwing on 4th, being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got...
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Kevin Pierre-Louis able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Kevin Pierre-Louis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now back to throw, and that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Let's go, baby.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's it.
8
Big
yards
hit.
on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Attack, attack.
The 45-yard line.
No. Off.
Right side.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
15.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Chicago.
Right side.
On first down, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Kill. Turn it up.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. The throw caught by Core. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Hero 15.
Go. Get your swerve on.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Watch the pass.
Hey, Mike 52.
Hey, let's get this.
Right side.
Mahomes going to go on fourth down. Flush to his right. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Hey, one set. Easy. Mike 54. Right side.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. And it's caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Lions now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Reuben Foster with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22 and a half. Congratulations. This one caught by Crowder. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And Unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I just remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spitting knowledge, bet it's best you soaking it. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top.